The siege in Melbourne's north has continued into a second day. It began yesterday morning when police tried to arrest a man at a house in the suburb of Keilor East. Our reporter Peter Carline is there and she joins us now. Peter, good morning to you. What is the latest at that siege?
Good morning, Michael. Well, as you said, this siege is coming up to the 24-hour mark. It began about 7:30 yesterday morning. The latest is that it's still ongoing. Police are still surrounded the house, which is behind me and just around the corner. They've also in a neighbouring street behind the house. They've been sounding the sirens every half an hour or so. It's believed that's to keep the man inside awake. A shot was fired overnight also about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Have police made any other attempts other than sounding that siren at regular intervals to get in touch with this man, to try to send negotiators in, for instance?
We have heard them on the megaphones as we were arriving this morning, Michael. They've been saying, as this siege has been ongoing, to ask him to drop the weapon, to show his hands, to come outside. Obviously that hasn't happened yet, and so we've just been hearing the siren. Obviously very concerning to officers at the scene that another shot was fired last night. Several shots were fired yesterday morning when police first arrived at this house.
Well, that's right, and that underscores the fact that police firmly believe this man is dangerous, given the fact that he did fire those shots and given the fact this siege began at a standoff at a nearby restaurant on the weekend.
That's right, Michael. Police were going along the road in Nidri, which is a nearby suburb here in the north of Melbourne, when they saw a motorcycle that belonged to the man. They stopped to check it. He came outside and saw them and then went back into a very busy pizza restaurant. They followed him and he drew a gun on the police in front of all the customers, which sent them ducking for cover, and then he fled on foot out the back door of the restaurant. And several hours, or about 9 hours after that incident, police arrived here at the house and were fired upon.
Peter Carline, will go back to you over the course of the morning.